I'm just jumping in here. I wasn't even going to start yet. When I just saw this pop up on the radar, if you want to keep saying there's no weather warfare and all that going on, and that they're not using HAARP antennas all over the world, wait till you see this. Remember, we're having another record storm in the Midwest still. I think 4 feet of snow. I mean, it's not even. I feel bad for the people. I mean, they're just west of us. It could have been us, which will probably be us later in the spring or summer. I'm sure Illinois is on the list. But when you see this and you can't see that there's manipulation going on here, and you can't see it. So it opens up in Thailand. Wait till you see this blast. Right here. Papoom. And then there's a dual one. There's two antennas here. There's an antenna to the south. You can see the radiation coming out of it. There's one here. It almost looks like a third. It looks like they got three lined up. Like this entire section maybe antennas. But whatever the heck this explosion was, again, every time I turn this thing on, there's a new energy, a new weather phenomenon, a new cloud, a new darker layer to the sky. I don't know what else can happen. Now we're getting into the disease season. I went to look up. Look at this. Look at how there's no data anywhere in the world near this. It blew out all the data. Whatever this is, there's no radar working anywhere within 1,000 miles of this. So what happened here? Look at, I'm not kidding. All the way around it, 1,000 miles around this, there's no radar showing up. So it's done by Vietnam, Thailand. Obviously across the water here, there's another one I'm watching light up over here as well. I don't know what these guys are doing. Who these guys are, they know who they are. But I'm seeing crap that has never been seen before. So you know what my next question is, Wood? Why? Here it is. Look at this. You could see the two antennas going off. Three. It looks like three separate antennas before that exploding amount of energy comes out of Thailand there. Right there. Right there. I haven't even looked anywhere else. I just fired this up. Here, so you can see it looks like it was triggered right here. Watch this spot up here in the middle. Ruly here. Right before it happens. Boom. Boom. It looks like this is where the trigger was. Oh my. Myanmar. Weren't we up there for some shit? That sounds familiar. Myanmar. 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 Myanmar's first, let's see what it says. Republic of Myanmar is formerly, or is also known as Burma. Bordered by India and Bangladesh to its west, Thailand and Laos to its east, and China to its north. Aha. Yeah. I wonder who's their weatherman. Really? Now, we had this hurricane yesterday looking system. I was going to do this yesterday. It was up here. Now it looks like it broke into two. But look, here's a black hole right here, right by Texas, as a matter of fact. So this is our black hole. Okay. I'm going to invent this. There's a black hole on Earth. And it's sucking all the wind right basically into Oklahoma-ish. I think it's a little north, maybe North Texas. Let's take a look. So we got our own black hole we're dealing with, and that's a hell of a lot of air pressure. I'm not even kidding. I mean, there's a hurricane out here looking pattern. There's a hurricane looking pattern here. There was one of those up here yesterday, took over the whole country. Now it's just above Texas, if not in Texas. Looks like a vacuum cleaner is sucking in the atmosphere around the panhandle of Texas right now. Can you see it? Holy mackerel, would that be a fun kiddie ride at the water park this summer. Oh my. And look at how huge the side by side look like duplicate. It looks like you copied that on Photoshop, moved it over and put it on the other side. What I'm talking about is the hurricane here and the hurricane looking thing right here. And I don't know if there's a glitch. Is there two now up here? And then you're like, wait, I know if I play with frequencies on a speaker with a piece of metal and some sand, I can make these same patterns with frequencies. Get it? Wink, wink. I think that's a little easier than you actually looking up the patents and all that. Look at the little birdie over here. Holy cow. How pretty. It looks like a dove. Or worse, if you turn it. Ooh. You guys see what I'm talking about right here? Little purple wings. A little shape. Kind of looks like a bird. We'll call it a bird for now. Alright, what I want to see is how the winds looked over this spooky area of China, since all the radar is down. And they're having these magical anomalies of energy. Look at down here. What's going on in South America down here? What is this? Whoa. That doesn't usually show up on the global. What is that? This right here. What the heck is this showing up on this radar? And I believe that's Argentina, right? I think. Where are we? Or is that Africa? Is that Africa? Oh my. Hang on a second here. Where is the duplicate of that here? There's no data in all of South America either. That's where I thought that was a minute ago. Hang on. Is it? No. Is that? No, that's not that. Then is it this? It's got to be that. So is this dot? Oh, 1848, 75, 87. 1848, 75, 87. 1848, 75, 87. Does this tell me the same thing? I don't know. I think that's right around here, whatever that is showing up. Italy, I believe it was yesterday, was getting some weird electrical anomalies, let's say. There's some antenna activity over here by Spain. Look at this. It's starting to show up more and more. These kaleidoscope, let's say, looking radars. There's 3 of them there. I can see 3 different directions. So there's 1, 2, and possibly a third right here. they're running these three. They look like three at a time. What is that? And no data, not too far away. An entire region has got no data where they're playing these radar games. So, does any of this have to do with countries aiming their toys at each other? And this is the new war. It's happened. Look at here. This is all flooded already. Last summer with the hurricanes, this all flooded. This is all heading that way. It looks like again. So they're gonna get something out of this too. But they're saying this storm is huge, tornado, all kinds of shit today is gonna come out of this thing here. So is somebody jacking this up? Well, let's look at our triangle points. That's one thing I could say. I know there's always the magical lightning out here, magical lightning over here, and magical by Japan. Those three sections are always the first I look at. Now, over here, no data at all. This whole region. Okay. A lot of data is down today. I'm trying to find those little patterns. Hang on. They don't make it easy to find. You got to sometimes go in by layer. I got a dog that can't figure out if he wants to go outside or in. Here's something going on. Here's something going on. San Andreas, right here. I just saw it. Right there. Right there. See the circles? Look at it. I don't know what we're catching. I don't even know what to say. Here's Venezuela. See, this is the reason I think it's interesting. So close to here, and their power keeps going down. They fix an area, it goes back down. Fix an area, goes back down. And then look out here in the water. All these imaginary lightning bolts all over the place. And this time, there's no smudge radar. So now you can't see. They've deleted whatever they were hiding. Now it doesn't even show up at all. But you can still see the lightning, which was over the top of it. So they got one more step to go. That's so funny. Anyways, so it's still out here. You can see the lightning things. Look at boom, 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 boom. You just don't see the smudge marks. So that's why I just said it was a little harder to find, but here it is. So they got something parked out there. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't even be showing that. Who knows? Let's just get out of there. That's too close to where we're doing change of powers and all that crap, man. Let's go back to our weather for a second. Let's go south. Here, no data. See, you start getting suspicious. No data, no data. We got a giant storm brewing right here. Let's see if there's some equipment hiding down here. And these guys have been getting crushed down there with rain. I watched that one channel out of Brazil, man. He shows the craziest rainstorms. And they're used to rain down there. They're in the rainforest, but they don't see this as normal. Let's see what's going on down here. Any mystery magical light or radar? All right, we got something funky going here. You got no data there. This looks like it wants to short out. Huh. Alright, let's go to the world view. Let's go to Nassau. Our buddies. Oh, this was yesterday. I never ended up doing this. We were getting little pocket, like literally one little pocket of blue sky happened a couple times in the same spot. It was so weird. So I did like a 60-second quick video, whatever. Then I was going to come on and do this. And at that exact time that I did that video, it looked like they were blowing out this whole section somehow. So south of where I am was crystal clear, like it was the center of a storm almost. And then since then, all these cameras have gone down. So you can't look at the west coast. So I'll refresh this now. This is yesterday. Let's go to today. And And it's going to make me look like an idiot. Okay, so now it's refreshed. Earlier, they were off. That whole left side of the country was out, totally out. Which is kind of surprising that it's magically fixed. Now, yesterday, what I also noticed was how weird the blue color was in the Caribbean there. We all know the Caribbean's got those weird light colors. I mean, we've all been done it. But look at this. It's like it's only in a certain little pocket. It's not the entire water there. And which is probably normal, I guess. But it wasn't like this a few days ago. I know because I've been watching the triangle points for the look at there's a circle here. I was watching this area because of that lightning that keeps happening out here, and there's nothing out there. So that color caught my attention yesterday. So maybe they got an algae or something out here. It could be that. I don't know. Keep an eye on it because they've been charging up the air out here, and now the color of the water's changing. And I know the Caribbean has lighter colors. I understand that. This is new. This is either an algae that just started. This wasn't here a few days ago, is what I'm trying to say. This just sprouted, whatever this is. And it's also in that pattern of the triangle that we keep seeing. And however, this camera can't take the pictures properly. Look at the greens up here. Something's weird. Something is weird. Let's say that. Now we have, and I'll take a quick video because it's the first time I've seen blue sky in like 3 days. But again, this is today. Look at this wedge. This is now 24 hours straight that we've had this specific. Looks like a ram's horn or a bull's horn up running right up into Lake Michigan. So I don't know what's causing that. But it's been there for a while, and looks kind of cool, I guess. What do we got? But look at these clouds. Look at this. And then we find in Thailand and China, they're really cranking out the freaking airwaves, you know what I mean? So are they zapping our Midwest to make it rain? And then we're shooting something back to say whatever. I don't know what their local weather's like. I don't know. They're probably not going to tell us. What are we doing back? These storms. To have a once in a 1,000-year storm happen again 3 weeks later is ridiculous. I mean, you can't even report on it anymore because nobody gives a shit. You're like, oh, they're having a 10,000-year storm. Oh, it's going to be as bad as All of a sudden now, if the what do you call it, Yellowstone goes up, people are like, yeah, whatever. How many feet of ash you got? Oh, I only got 2 feet. I got a foot. It's like that's how people are getting lately. It's like, yeah, whatever. I just saw a video yesterday of somebody. I don't know if it was a presentation they were doing. It could be taken out of context, of course. You know that can be done. And this woman is giving a. Let me let the dog out. He's crying. What? Come on. Quiet, Cody. Be nice. Be nice. Whoa, nice chemtrail right above the house. I'm putting a big juicy chemtrail right above the house as I speak. Since I can't live stream off my phone anymore because my channel's too small, I'll have to do more videos like that and upload them. Oh. The other thing I don't get is these Sprite or whatever these are called, these lines that didn't used to happen. What is that? I saw that happen before. Does it give you the what's this showing up? 2019, April 13th, April 12th. There's 2 different days there. Look at the numbers up here. It's showing on the right side the 12th and on the left the 13th. Why is it doing that? Did you see that? It's over here. It's on this line right here. What is there a glitch? Why is that showing up? Whoa, that's weird. I'm going to try and see if it shows up anywhere else. That's some kind of glitch. It's on the right side. Huh, I've never seen that. It could be I'm just an idiot too. You know, who knows. But if you look at the blocking the sun. They're doing a great job of it. Look at this circle here again. There's these circle patterns are showing up. Look. There's purples and reds. This is why our skies are changing colors. Here it is. It's happening right here. These are chemicals. Look at this. Operation Block the Sun. They're blocking it. That's not a cloud. Look, these are chemtrails here. They're spreading them out with the HAARP. HAARP just went back online so they could send the aliens our artwork. You saw that news. Here's a regular cloud over top of this gray mattered crap. Here it's a blue, and you know the reds are lithium. That's lithium being sprayed over this area. I guarantee it's got to be. Why else are the skies turning red? Oh, and then when it happens up north, NASA then says, oh, we were creating fake northern lights. And that all goes back to when we were catching a couple weeks ago those strobes that were happening up north for days until they started blocking out the cameras, the FAA cameras. I have several hours of those tapes. It was creepy. And then I just saw the other day, they showed, I think Russia was showing a camera where you could see a strobe go around the top of the planet, which would match up exactly with those strobes we were seeing in the Alaska cameras so far north. And then it also matches then. They had to come out with the letter saying, yeah, that was us doing that. NASA says they caused all those colors and lights with the chemicals that they were testing to create a man-made, looking over here, a man-made northern lights. So, believe it or not. What do we got here? See, something's weird, dude. Something's weird. Something ain't right. This don't match at all. This doesn't even match layer-wise. The texture doesn't match. Why would they not mix the days right? This doesn't make sense. Why? Look at this dirty air, dude. Look at this. That looks like you sprayed Raid all over above the water line. Look at this. Here, these are regular little those popcorn ball clouds, right? This crap is above this. What is this? And you can't see through it, which is exactly what they said they wanted to do. They wanted to cut the amount of light that the sun was sending down to the ground. This would do it. This is like putting a net. Do you see this? Does anybody see what we're looking at here? Come on. What are you doing? So, maybe you don't see that. If that don't look like you're looking through fog glass, because you are. And that's the stated objective. It's in all their paperwork. Operation Solar Shield, Harvard, 2017, 2019. Billy Boy Gates jumps into the game, and now his is called Block the Sun or whatever the hell it's called. So now they knew that this was going to get so bad, they had to publicly announce it. And it's still, people look at this and go, yeah, that's a cumulus cloud, I think. Okay. No, that's called Raid. And you're going to inhale this. And nobody's saying anything. Here you can see the lines. I mean, look at the fish boning. You see this from the ground. I do photos of this from the bottom up all the time. Now you can see it from the top down. That's the fish boning. That's from frequencies hitting it. My goodness. And then you're getting world record storms every 3 weeks. Doesn't that... And this will happen all summer now. This ain't going to just be today or this week. 3 weeks ago, they had a 1,000-year storm. Now they have another 1,000-year storm. A month from now, they're going to have a 1,000-year storm, and now it'll be in what do you call it, Missouri or whatever. And then it'll be North Carolina getting hit with hurricanes again. The world record one, then a world record one, then another one. Amazing how this is happening, and nobody's putting any pieces together. And then I'm not even showing documents because nobody's going to read them. And whenever you do, they just have a blank look on their face. Because if you don't want to hear it, you don't want to hear it, which is fine. I'm not trying to make you hear it. I'm just saying, do you see this? That's all I'm saying. And then, does that not look like bug spray or not? Because here's clouds. There's clouds mixed in here, by the way. And in the bug spray part, you could see lines from the energy of the frequencies, these antennas that I showed you over here, that are charging this up. So, that is what it is. You know what I mean? Because when you could look on radar and actually see it and still deny it, I don't know what else I could tell you. Or I'm not going to tell you. I'm just showing it. I'm just documenting it. It just shocks me. That's the only reason I'm talking about it. This going on just blows my mind. And then it blows your mind that people will tell you that this is not going on. And you're like, wait, what about this? No. Well, then what about this? No. Well, what about this document? No. And then you get the ones where when you show them documents, they're like, then those could be Photoshop. Okay, now you can't win. That's like a cop dealing with some idiot that doesn't want to give them their name or their license. Can I get your license? No. I'm going to tell you, no, I have a right to this or this. I'm first, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And they do that whole bullshit game. At some point, the cop figures out, oh, wait, this is a no person. Okay. Well, the more experienced you are, you figure that out like within seconds. But then you're called a profiler or whatever. So they got their problems. But we got our problems too and report on news. Here, look at this. No data near Hawaii. Heads up in Hawaii down there. When they start turning these cameras or these radars off, or they're getting knocked out by something else. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. Oh, some good activity out here. I don't see any of the smudged out. Did they get rid of them? Remember all the smudged out radars? That's where they were blocking the stuff in the water. They were parking out there. There's that Somalia little blast. Let's see what's going on over here still. Oh no, it wasn't Somalia. It was China. Where's this? Look at this. Looks like something going on right there. Somalia. Hang on. A lot of no data again. Huh. Now check this out. The map is so screwed up right now. Look at this. They got Central Canada as Mexico, Bahamas, Venezuela, Colombia. It didn't fix the map. Look at this. The United States. What's going on here, dude? I've never seen the windy map mix up its locations like this. The Bahamas are in the ocean of Canada, right here. So is Cuba, Mexico. Look at this. What is going on with their map? Is it because there's so much data turned off it can't even know where the hell it's at? Whoa, this is weird, man. This is weird. All this no data. Look at this. It's all turned off. And now these maps aren't even updating. Look at these sides. Look at, they're leaving the names up. It can't even redraw itself. Yeah, a little fishy. Or a little fun, however you look at it. Now, let's go back. Since that map isn't even working, we don't even know if the data is even right. Let's look for weird shit over here. Now, I just saw somebody put up, they're getting sand, I think, all the way up in this Minnesota snowstorm. Let's see how much sand is up here. Alright, and what day are we looking at? This is today, I think, right? Let's just see where the sand is right now. So, now last summer I followed this for a while because we were getting storm. These are the sandstones right here. This is where the sand comes from out of Africa, comes across, all the way across, and then it comes up the Gulf, and it does go into Texas. Then Texas gets all that crap, and then it blows up into Minnesota. Now, if you do look, the northern United States has got a lot of dust. Check this out. But look, there's no, it's not coming from down, well, maybe way down in southern Mexico, possibly. But there's a whole bunch right here off the East Coast. Was that New York, Boston, maybe? I don't know where this is right here. Or is that the Carolinas? That might be Carolinas. I don't know. It doesn't, if it's not labeled, all those little states there, I don't know. Anyways. Oh, this isn't as far north as I thought either. Here's some up here. So they are getting dust up here. This is Illinois. So Minnesota's probably up here somewhere. So there is some dust. Let's see. What do we got here? 38, 21, 9s. And then where's the scale at? Hang on. The scale, the whites are starting to get kind of heavy. So this is getting in a heavier, like the middle of the road. I don't know where this dust is coming from. They're at 167. What is all this? Holy cow. Look at what's coming into town right here. Anybody with breathing problems? If you live on whatever shore this is here, hang on. I'm sorry, I don't know what cities these are. But where's it coming from? It's almost in the red. Did something spill there? Do they have a fire there maybe? Yeah, I don't know the local news. But if you have asthma to all kinds of lung conditions, this may be something to be looking out for, this region, whoever this is right here. It's not sulfur though. I was seeing if it was sulfur. I don't know what the heck that chemical is then. Or particle, why it's there. If you go to a smaller particle, it's even a wider area, it looks like. So, about the same. I take that back. Actually, the larger particle, there's more of it coming from the water. So this looks like something. Maybe there's sand building up here from the. Maybe you got oceanfront there. I don't know. I don't know where that's coming from. Now let's go to chemicals. This always amazes me. Where is all this sulfur coming from? Look at this. You'd assume this is probably some kind of water pollution coming out of southern Lake Michigan, where they had all those iron mills and all that crap. But all these dots all through the Midwest, I don't know what caused it. In New York and all those guys over here, you get a lot of it too. So I don't know if it's from years of industrial. Let me know. You're in this range up here. The purples and the blacks is as high as this level goes. So, I mean, that's 27, 36. Let's go over here. 35, 49. I think Michigan's around 20. So, kind of weird. There might be fires down here. There's some CO2 building up right in here. These storms that look like they're centraling right in this spot here. Look at that. Let's go back to the air. Look at this mix. It looks like there's a vacuum right here in the center of that storm. This is where these tornadoes are going to be coming out of, man. That looks really strong. Wow. So be alert. If you're here in Texas up from that region right there, you guys be ready. And I'm hearing and seeing a ton of lightning. Oh, we got some browned out radar going on here. North of Houston. Looky, looky, looky. Dallas is in the middle of a storm right now. Shreveport, Monroe, you're really getting hit in that region with lightning. A lot of electrical there. I don't know about the tornadoes. You got to listen to your local weather. But when we look at this on the overhead, man, it looks like a vacuum cleaner right there. Right here. It's going right into here. And that vacuum cleaner runs right through this browned out radar. Look at this. Interesting. So coincidental. So coincidentals. Wow. Huh. So I don't know. Be ready. You're going to have some weather. It really looks like a vacuum cleaner. Look at it. Like you're putting water down the drain. It's a lot of energy. And then if we go to jet stream. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It looks like a double jet stream meeting right here. What the heck? $120-mile-an-hour winds up there. 110, 102. $68, $63 at the bend. Look how slow it is here in the middle. 21. Oh, that jet stream looks so weird. You got a north and a south stream. And then you get a little extra one right here. Where's this jet stream coming from? Just out of nowhere. And it meets up in Texas, basically. Southern Texas. Isn't that strange? No? Maybe not. Look at the hook right here. That's how they're making this, or how it's happening, this circle. Wow. It looks like it's just spitting out. I mean, it literally looks like that black hole demonstration they were showing, where you come into the event horizon and energy's coming out as energy's going in. It's weird how art follows like reality or vice versa, right? And then we got another mystery jet stream right here. It keeps splitting. The north one keeps splitting into two separate, and then the south has their own. Look at this. Does that look like it's going around in a circle? No. It should be like a whirlpool. And then you have the up and down loops. There's two jet streams down here too. So now the north has got two streams and the south's got two streams. Is that normal? You see where it's splitting off right here? Like down here. It comes up and then stops. Some of it magically jumps over to here and picks up going this way. So you have a break off and then now you got a second inner loop. There's two jet streams there. It's the South Pole supposedly, right here. So we got two jet streams in the south and two in the north. This is not symmetrical at all. It's not. Look at the eye. Look at the eye right here. Isn't that creepy? It's staring right at you. Alright. 2 jet streams. And all kinds of mixture right in the middle at the equator there. Something is amiss. Something is amiss. How about the currents? Let's take a look. These are... I don't know what this dark shit is. Is that temperature? Oh, waves maybe. Yeah, those are waves. I want to know the current. There we go. So this current comes out of the Gulf. Let me turn it down. This is where the problem, I guess, is coming in. See how this comes out of the Gulf, picks up warm water, goes up around Florida, up all the way to northern United States. It's supposed to go all the way across to Europe. It's not. It's stopping. The conveyor belt stopped. That's not good. If you remember grade school, like basic weather, you had a conveyor belt. It came out of the Gulf, came around. That's what brought the warm winters to the Europe over here. Well, that conveyor belt is all chopped up to nothing here. And down here looks like scalar waves to me. So this wave of water, this current, has got nothing but whirlpools in it. Look at this. Whirlpool, 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 whirlpool. Look at them all. The entire thing is whirlpool after whirlpool. There's something making all this water just spin along like if you put a bunch of magnets on that line right there, fire them up. It's almost spelling a word. These look like letters. If you look at them from a distance, it looks like letters that are reversed. Here's an S, TV maybe, TW. Look at the letters that are in here. Are they backwards? It almost looks like they're spelling something across that line. How weird is that? Anyways, whether they are or not, this choppy... Look at this. That's not normal. They're supposed to be currents, not... If that's not frequency causing this, then I don't know what is. It looks like you're looking at one of those lightning balls, you know, where you buy them and you put your fingers on it and the lightning comes zzz and touches the glass. Isn't that what this looks like? Like you're touching your finger to the glass right here and the lightning's coming up to it. Zzz. Oh boy. People aren't paying attention. Is that the warmth of the water right here? Sure looks like it. Something really red going on right there and right here by Hawaii. Look at all the circular motions here. Look at all these are like eights, all these figure eights all over the place. Here's a figure eight. And that's what CERN does. It makes a figure eight. That's how they spin those the cycles around, you know what I mean? It's weird that this is mimicking so many things that we actually have equipment that does. I don't know. That is so weird. I'm just saying. I don't know nothing, and that's why I ask why. And that's all I do. Why is this happening? Why is this map not fixing itself? Why are all these data down? Why are these weird plated looking ejections of energy coming out of these countries? Look at the circular one right here. What was going on there? Here it is, right there. Inner circle. Look at, they make a circular pattern. What is that? What the heck is that? That's in the last hour. Let's do 6 hours. Huh. Huh. Now, we had Kingston, Jamaica getting zapped, and here they are again. Look at this. A couple days ago, they were bright purple, off the scale. Now we got these laser things, or whatever these things are. I don't know what it is. That bar going across. It's one of those antennas right here. The center of it's right here by Trinidad. Yep. Yep and yep. And then we move our way towards Florida. And there'll probably be mystery lightning right out here. But the browned out radar is gone. So it makes it a little harder to find. There's a bunch of it right here. Look at this. I wonder why that only happens some of the time. What is the radar picking up after that's, if that's a storm even? Um, what is being left behind in the atmosphere that the radar is still picking up is that brown crap. Yeah, nothing to see there, huh? They weren't putting nothing down ahead of time. Wow. How many times have you guys watched radar reports on my channel or somebody else's channel? Do you ever see radar smudge like this? This all started since the spring of 2019 began a couple weeks ago, which is Bill Gates' new addition to the ball game, let's say, of this. What you're looking at, weather made by humans, because they want to be better than God, and they are going to lose. God's going to win. And why do you do this? Because you're crazy and you think you can do whatever you want, I guess. I mean, you can't really guess what a psychopath's thinking. So it's kind of, that's one of the places you probably don't want to ask why. But you still got to touch on it, put it on the timeline. It's like, well, that's what we're dealing with. So now that so many people have this technology, countries, I mean, is one kicking back against another, and you wouldn't really ever know it. I mean, look at all the radar that's down all over the world. A couple weeks ago, they were having a big problem out west there. The radar kept going down. You know, I don't know. There's yellow snow, there's brown snow. They're blaming it on pollen, they're blaming it on dust. Not one news team, not one local news team is going to show you this funky radar or those patterns and then tell you what it is. I don't even know if they know what it is. I know they aren't allowed to talk about a lot of shit. So Just from what I hear on these other shows. I mean, they're supposedly a couple years ago, the Weather Channel, all that, just be signed off on some bullshit. I don't know. That's the word on that. But why would you tell them not to say anything? Again, it's just why. Why do you delete data? Why do you turn data off? Why do you smudge things like this? Smudge our radar. Why do you replace it with fake data? Why do you just delete it and not replace it? Those are just little credibility things that then when you ask why later, you are told you're an asshole. No, I'm just questioning a liar. If you're deleting shit and you're hiding shit, then you're lying. Period. Now, look at these round circular patterns. This is shit coming out of China. So this is their technology, I would assume. And it's different than the technology we were just looking at over by us. Look at what they're doing. They, like they say, they're making it snow, or whatever their famous quote was when they... I did shows on it. I can show you again right now if you want. Let's look through the web, if it's even available. That's the other thing I want to tell you. You got to keep checking your searches because they're getting less and less on the returns. It will still tell you 500,000 returns, but it only give you 13 pages. Don't believe it? Start looking up shit. And then what? Back to library days where you got to go to the library and look shit up? I mean, is that where we're heading? See, nobody's seeing it yet because you're not looking up shit all the time. When you go to look up an old, thing about the shots or something about one of the other banned topics, then you're going to see it. And then you're going to go, what the heck? There's 500,000 responses. Why am I only getting 10 pages? Yeah, why? And of all the crap in the news, that is the issue that everybody should be going, huh? That and reporters getting arrested. If he did something wrong and they show it, but if it's a threat to like journalists, I'm not a journalist. I'm just saying, I could see how they'd be nervous if you had people giving you confidential information, which a journalist is supposed to be able to handle and report on, as long as they're not participating or whatever. I'm not a journalist expert, but I do know the First Amendment covers a lot of that, which that really doesn't matter anymore. But the reason it was put in there does, and it was put in there to keep people that get corrupt in check because you can call them out. Well, this all started to go away when we went from 200 or whatever newspapers to now we got 5. So, I mean, 5 owners. So, it was like 50 owners. I'm just exaggerating a little bit. But when I was younger, there was a newspaper for every half decent sized town. Had their own paper. And you had a ton of opinions. One paper would write about the mayor of Chicago. The other one says he's an idiot. The other one says he's the greatest. You always were able to get different viewpoints. Now, nope, and nope. So, if you're fine with a story that comes from one central source, then you'll be happy. The rest aren't even going to notice, as long as it's not about the Kardashians or about, what color shirt to wear today or whatever the hell your problems are. There's going to be a few, and those are the ones that probably living off their land or whatever, which then becomes illegal too. It's like, when do you not leave people alone? You know what I mean? If you have brown eggs or whatever, you're growing eggs, you can't give them to your neighbor because then it's a federal offense. I mean, those laws are on the books. So they just don't use them all the time, but they could. So if you're minding your own business, growing your own eggs and milking your own goats or whatever, and you could technically be in trouble for that. And then what? I don't know, people. As long as you're okay. I mean, everybody wants all these new rules and laws and all that. They think they do. So it's going to have to go that way for a while. And hopefully it'll fix itself. It usually does. I mean, in history, it'll fix itself, but whatever. History's all BS, right? Because here's the thing with history: anything older than 300 years, I don't know what I'm reading, anyways. That's what aggravates me. And I guess if you read enough, you could probably start piecing shit together. But I got enough problems piecing shit together in my own life, let alone trying to go through history to see if they lied to me. How far back do you got to go now that they're lying about shit? It's like, oh my. And that's because whoever, like they say, wins or is in control, at least, you don't even have to win the war. You just got to be in control of that country down the road, and you can still change all the history. So, unless you got relatives somehow linked to an event, you'll never even have hearsay of it. Pause this here a second. Hang on a second. All right, I'm back. I was just out back videotaping. I'm gonna upload it right now. The they are chemtrailing little highways like crazy right now. So the one clear day we got here, and it's after 2. That's why between 2 and sunset is always when they really start hitting. But check these antennas out. A lot of people were saying before there'd be a single one. When I found the one in Brisbane, maybe it's an airport and it's ground clutter. Well, these aren't all airports. And you can see the antenna reaching way out. So these frequencies are showing up. Let me upload this video over here real quick. While we're talking, I'm going to show you what I just saw outside. It's pretty disgusting. Alright. I'm uploading that. Let's take one more look around through here. We'll look at some news and we'll get out of here. Yeah, that storm just parked right there. Just sitting right there, right? And then we got the 4 corners, or the 3 corners. And I don't see, you see it right here in China, man. Let's take a look. Keep drawing me back over here. What are they doing? Yeah, all this no data. Look at all the data that's down everywhere. Everywhere the data is down. We got the mystery little smudge marks there. Lightning. What are they doing? Interesting, interesting, interesting. India's even in on it. Check it out. We got some antenna action right here. Right up by whatever that's called. Shangri-La or something. I don't know. See, sometimes you got to go in low. And look at here. No data, no data, no data, no data. All around these antennas. Very weird. Something's going off right here. So what else have we got? Keep working our way west. I know these guys make it rain every week. What are they doing? It's the weekend, and maybe it's got some rainstorms. Let's see. A lot of rain down there, huh, for the desert. I just want to see that antenna pattern. I see a circular one right here. There were some circles going on there. That could be their, how they put the pellets up. As they talk about, they spend so many billion a week or whatever to make it rain once a week. I think it's once a week in that desert year round. Look up that docu special. That was pretty interesting. Listen to the ferret eat. These guys have been getting snow. I don't see any radar here at all. So there may not be any at all here. That's probably the problem. Like now we're in Africa. They probably don't have much there. Here, Spain again. You can see there's something big here. A lot of antennas. There's a huge array of antennas right here. So that may have to be put as one of the corners. Something's going on right here. That might be the 4th corner. All right, let's go into the news. What's in the news? You guys got to stop paying attention to all this bullshit. Trump's threatening to flood the liberal cities. He's not going to do shit, number one. Number two, the election's coming up, so he's going to be telling all his base what they want to hear. So, I mean, that worked on a lot of us the first time. We all fell for it, whatever. And you got to figure, I mean, I kind of like, and I'm sure Michael Savage is a lot of his stuff is controlled media, but his basic thing is, well, if you get half of what the guy promised, we're still better off. Well, I guess that's how you got to deal with it. And then it's when you got to start lowering it from a half to a third to a quarter. That's when it starts to go, well, dude, come on. And he had one lady kind of start yelling at him at a dinner thing that, well, he's not a politician. He's like, hold it. Yes, he is. If he wasn't before, he is now. So don't forget that, people. He's not going to be everything to everybody. He can't be. He's not. That would be the definition of someone like Jesus. Yeah, and he's not. So he's cool, but not that cool. So don't let this shit cloud your head. This doesn't even matter. Okay, number one, his big campaign rah 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 was he was going to cut the money off because he holds a checkbook and all that. Well, none of that happened. So just think for 1 second if he's really going to flood them with illegals. If he didn't cut the checkbook, which he legally could do right now, to the cities who keep giving him the finger. So, if he did get the balls to do it, and this isn't a bullshit play, then so what? I mean, how is this even news? Who cares? Because guess what? The people that he ships there, they're going to route to whatever their families are at already here. They're not going to just stay in San Francisco because it's a cool sanctuary city and there's no jobs and there's no nothing. Unless you're an IT specialist on a visa from like India or China. That's why the president helped those illegals or whatever you want to call them, immigrants, with the visa extension to help the big companies. Then you're okay to live over there. But the other illegal that get let go, whatever you want to call it, I don't know what their term is anymore. I don't even really care. But if they get dumped in some city where they don't have any family, they're just going to walk over to this or hitchhike, whatever, to the family area where their family's at. You think they're going to stay in an area where they don't have anybody there? No. This is so stupid. How can anybody even talk about this? That's it. I'm not talking about it. This is just dumb. This is another plate that's going to fall and crash, and you're going to look at it while they're taking all your shit out of your shit over there. Think. Who cares about this shit? Let them dump them there. You think they're going to stay there? They're going to go where their families are. They have whole networks here. What do you think they're coming here for? They're not coming here for the small percentage that are on the welfare and all that. That's a small percentage. These people want to work. That's where the Americans are getting it all mixed up. They want to sit in their basements and play video games. These guys are coming here to get money. They want to work and send money home so they can retire on their little land at home. That's why we don't understand what they're doing. The people that are walking up here. Now, there are some that play the system. The women that come in are pregnant, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that happens. But it's always happened. So what's the big news now? This has been happening forever. So it's an issue that's not an issue. You know what I mean? Because both sides, if you could say there's two sides, the left and the right want people here to populate the area because none of our people are having kids. So you got to increase the population. as a government, you know you have to grow. Otherwise, you're not going to have business and you're not going to have workers and all that stuff. That's where this issue is really tied to. So the left, if you're on the left, will get the votes automatically, and the right gets the workers. And everybody's happy, and then they all act like they're all against it, or it's all bullshit. Come on. This has been a non-issue forever. It's a joke. Look at this. This is the problem right here. No religion is now as popular as being Catholic. Well, there's over 1 billion Catholics, so what is it? A third are Catholic, a third are Jewish, a third are Muslim, and now a third are no religion? It's 4/3. Let's see what this says. Taking God out of your life is ruining everything, and nobody knows it. Nobody sees it. That's the real whole problem. When you're lost and you have no God and no hope in your God, that there's a reason you're here, and the whole thing. Look what's happening. Drugs are going up. Suicides are going up. Why? Because there's no God. But there is a God. They're tricking you. That's why you have all this moon crap, and Israel's going to the moon to motivate their people. It says right on this site. Jaron hasn't found it. You got to see this. This company, it's a private company owned by like 3 billionaires. But let's see if I can find the part where they read about this. The reason this was invented, this whole scam, it tells you right on the front page. The whole scam's right here. This is the thing. When you're evil, you by their own code, they have to tell you up front. Somehow that's how their karma levels out. They think. I don't know. But somehow these elites think. Maybe it's true. I don't know. But if they tell you what they're doing, and then you allow them to do it. This is why bullies don't respect people that are weak. Or people, not even weak. You don't have to be tough. All you got to do is say, hey, go kiss my ass. And stand up to them. They know they could still beat you, beat the hell out of you. But they respect the fact that you said kiss their ass. They're like, that guy's cute. I can still crush him, but I'm not gonna. I'll save that for the guy who takes a knee. You take that knee, you can't give it back. I'm trying to find, it was so perfect, the section. It says the whole thing. They're doing the NASA effect. They called it the what was the mission? What was that scam? What were they calling those spaceships back in the 60s? The Apollo. They call it like the Apollo scam. This is the Apollo scam, and they're doing the same thing for Israel now. So it's the Israeli Apollo scam. What they're doing, it says it right in there, one of these paragraphs. It says it right in there. It says, we're doing this to motivate our people, like the United States did to their people, to become engineers, et cetera, et cetera. So it's got good intention, even though we're stealing all their money, or they will be. Right now they're getting it from the billionaire guys. But I'm sure the hands of the money is going to switch. And then the government's going to say, all right, now we got to tag. We want to be the best space, right? Even though we're small, right? And we did fail, but we got to try again, like he told Edelson or whoever that guy was, the guy that's on the board. Come on, dude. Really? And they didn't have any video ready, not any It's a perfect scam. The thing was up there for 80 days, 60, 80 days. It only takes 3 days to get there. What were you doing the other 60 days, right? Where is their... You got to see what this says, how they're creating a Apollo effect, they called it. It tells you it's a scam right in their own paperwork. In the air, we solution aerial defense. Yeah, bullshit. Leading. They wouldn't have any defense if they, like they said when they were talking live at the time. If it wasn't for NASA, we wouldn't be getting any of this data that we're reading. So, if any of that were true, this is X'd out as soon as NASA turns the switch off. Just saying. They kept thanking NASA for letting them use their like phone line or something. I don't know. It's like you're calling a tow truck, but you can't do it unless you use my phone. So it's like, here, little boy, get your tow truck or whatever. Get your not to get your car towed out of here, but you can't do it unless you use my phone. So you have to do it through me. That's what they're doing. And then they said they're the fourth country. That's why they had the 411 on there. Fourth country in the world to put a flag on the moon. Well, according to Wikipedia, India beat them to that. So I don't know why they're lying about that, or somebody mixed it up. Maybe they got their Wikipedia page mixed up. I don't know. But if they can't get the story straight yet on how many have landed and put their flags up there, you may want to straighten that out before you put the fake videos out. You know what I mean? Where is this report where it says, hang on, hundreds? Look at all these companies. Bedrick, MRO, airlines, commercial operators. Look at all the people who puts the work. I mean, I can see why they do this. It creates a ton of jobs. I guess. I mean, does that make it right? That doesn't make it God-worthy, right? I mean, you're supposed to do stuff for good. And if all this is just smoke and mirrors, is it justified good because you're putting people to work? I guess. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, the whole southern United States is the rocket belt or whatever they call that, NASA belt or whatever the hell it's called. All those states where all the jobs are tied to NASA. Somebody works for one company, another company, another company. If they didn't do that the last 60, 70 years, I mean, did you think about it, is the fraud worth the outcome? Like, then is it fraud anymore? Is it just a good thing, even though we really didn't go? So that's where you start getting, like, they start confusing good people, because you start saying, well, I want to do good, and well, people went to work and people made money and they invested, and yeah, but that's why there's people at a higher pay scale than me that make those decisions. That's why a lot of times I give kudos to these guys. I know they can't be doing all this by an exact plan. It's impossible. But they have some guidelines, and they got a lot of rules. So whoever's pulling these strings and keeping everybody from hurting each other, and I don't know. It can't be easy, is what I'm saying. Or maybe it is, and that's how they've been doing it for so long. It's like it goes either way, no matter how you look at it. It's like the flat earth versus round earth. So you fight about it, you prove one way, you prove the other way. Now what? Now what? No matter what the outcome, now what? The only thing what from there is why. And we know why already. So why go through all the arguing? The why is if you make the earth not important and the people on it are not important, and you're not special, and your cells and DNA and all that stuff's not a miracle, and all that stuff, and it goes all the way back, and you came from oil slicks and this and that and grease and mixed with lightning, and all of a sudden like DNA formed, and now it's like, well, you're just a pile of shit. And lightning bolt hit it and made an airplane out of it. Like they say that joke. If a tornado comes by enough times to a junkyard, eventually, statistically, according to science, eventually that tornado is going to whip up an airplane. It has to. Statistically, that would happen. By accident, that's all the pieces would fall together over time. And if that makes more sense to you, and that's how you think you got here, man, that's your right. But when they go through all the trouble they do to try to recreate, to try to make it better, to try and be better than God, to try and outdo God, all these little, you see it, all these little things, these little psychopathic things where they think they could change what God already made. And then they call it human innovation or some crap. We're so smart that we can outsmart God and do stuff better than him. You think so? I don't think so. I wish I could find the quote in there. I don't know which section it was in here. Hang on. Now here, they want to put here. This is why I'm saying this is not a small thing. There. The Trump administration, I don't even know if this is the right ad. Hang on. Or right, I had read the article. Hang on. The vice president had said he wants them up there ASAP by 2025. Let me see if this is it. Yeah, this is it. Hang on.
Will we be the first?
Listen to this.
Just as the United States was the first nation to reach the moon in the 20th century, so too will we be the first nation to return astronauts to the moon in the 21st century. And I'm here on the President's behalf to tell the men and women of the Marshall Space Flight Center and the American people that at the direction of the President of the United States, it is the stated policy of this administration and the United States of America to return American astronauts to the moon within the next 5 years. America will once again astonish the world with the heights we reach, the wonders we achieve, and we will lead the world in human space exploration once again.
All right, this is how you know we're in trouble. They're going back to this 60-year-old scam. It's worked the first time, so they're pulling the Trump card again. No pun intended, right? So it worked the first time, and we're noticing that anytime we talk about it, you get the rah-rah, like NASCAR race cheerleading stuff going on. So it's still working. So then you got questions of why all of a sudden, why by 2025, it's only a couple years from now, and I mean it's like 2012 was from now, so it's like yesterday. So what is the urgency? What is the reason? Like here, they got their figure eight, which is the infinity, of course, but then it's also the same design that they use. I think it's Fibonacci. All these symbols. The tongue up in the symbol up here. That's the same one that Israel company's using. Look, they got the tongue just by itself. Hang on, where is it? Right. Hang on. Where is it? I was wondering what these police lights are for. Oh no, I thought those are police lights. I'm like, what? Hybrid warfare training. What is this? What did I accidentally hit on? Now this is their space agency. Whoa, 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 whoa. What is this? I don't know why I'm all clogged up today. Probably that shit they're spraying up over my house that you'll see online in a minute. Is that up? Hang on. I want to show you what it looks like outside right now. Okay, this is the sky by my house right now. We finally got some blue sky today. And it's been a few days, but it's chemtrailed really bad. They're putting them up quick. And I'll show you. Here was a line right there. This one, and it goes quick. They're breaking up quick today. I don't know what they're spraying, but look at this. I just look out the back, check on the dog. Look at that long snot. Goes as far that way. I had to stop myself. Right here. You knew I was going to say. There's one right there. And there's one right above it, too. It looks like a fresh one going right above it. But look, it keeps going, keeps going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keeps going. The reason I have to stop when I tell you it looks like, because I can't see my screen. Even though I'm looking to the north in this picture, the sun is behind me to my left, basically. Left behind, like, angle-wise. It is so bright, this white light, that I can't see the screen. And it's right in front of my hand. Like this. That's why you hear all these people say that all the time. They can't see the screen. Going through that house all the way across. Comes out the other side. Keeps going as far as your eyes can see through into that cloud. And then, I used to make smart-ass comments on other sites or whatever. When I would see people like, oh, this is stupid. This is, when the other people would show these things. And then other people are denying that that's what they're seeing. I don't do that no more. I'll still make comments, but I don't go after, like, why can't you see it no more? Why are you not awake? You know what? Maybe it's better that some people aren't seeing this. I'm really starting to think that. And that's it for that. But, so, it's like that thing. You can't handle seeing it, so you don't. Which I'm cool with. That's cool. See, they're laying track. If that is normal to you, and you've been seeing this for 50 years, 60, 70 years, some of you, okay. If the track, that's going east-west, that's the west to your left. So, it's funny. Some of my videos, my trees remind me of, in case you're out there, man, it's the one view I have is like one of your views. It's like when you see right through that one, I don't know what tree you're looking at west, I think, at sunset. No, it's the mornings, I think. Your sunrise. I think it's your sunrise. One or the other. You got one where the sun is always in this one tree section, or it has been lately. So it reminds me of that. Anyways. If I step out further. Shout out to Matt, man. You'll see the sun, which you can actually see today. You gotta respect the guy that's out there documenting at least twice a day. Hey, this is what my sky looks like. He doesn't criticize nobody. He tells you, hey, believe in God. That's all I can tell you. And then look at this picture I just paused on. It looks like a big cross. What timing is this? I try to even tell him that. Why are we all on the same page? It's kind of weird. Because I don't knock people anymore either. I just show, this is what my sky looks like. I don't tell you what that is. I'll say there's shapes to it, or there's sides to it, or, appears to be. It appears to be. But I can't tell you exactly what it is. But when I see these red skies lately, and you see it from above, below, I just showed you on the thing earlier. Look at down here. There's a circle down here. Whoa. There's that green planet circle, whatever one that is. Hang on. Anyway, shout out to Matt Man. He rules. I think it's number 1, Matt Man. I'm sorry. Okay. And then look at that big bad boy right there. That's a thick one. Woo! And I wonder why my throat is all clogged up today. That's above my head. I gotta make sure the ferret doesn't go out back. I got the door open a little bit. Big snot right there already. And look at all the ones spreading out. Disgusting. You're getting nice and wide over there. I'm gonna step up. This is east out that direction. Look at the waves of energy or whatever these blue lines are. They're forming already. You could see them forming right out here. So it's going to be another night where we're going to have these blue streaks of light coming up from the east at sunset. So you're going to have the east sunrise at sunset, it looks like. What are you doing, ferret? Where you going? He's going by the door. Hang on. Where you going, ferret? Where you going? You can't go outside. There's eagles and stuff will get you. Come on. Come here, ferret. Come on. Alright, come on, ferret. Come here. Alright, I brought him in. So anyways, just notice that while we're playing this back. You could see that. You can't see it at the time. Hang on. Look at them all. Now that's south. Straight south is this way. So the sun is going to be going down over here into these trees soon. So it's right here. You got the sun right up here. You got the nice little haze all around the sun already because it's after 2 in the afternoon. And here it goes. Let's see if I can darken this. Hang on. Trying to darken the screen so we can look at that sun. Take a look at that sun. See all the brown? So, there's a lot of brown. So I bet you the moon tonight's going to have that too. But, yeah, I don't know. You could definitely see the purples and the blues. See all in certain layers of this sunlight, whatever this is. Brown around it. The brown is what I was just showing online. I'm online right now live. It's showing a map while I'm out here doing. That's what we're watching now. This just got done rendering, uploading. But you could see all the chemical spray. There's no blue sky anywhere near the corona. That's the new normal. And it looks like it's making a V almost with that pattern. I'll have to come back and check. But it looks like you have steam coming off of it. And check this little guy out. And is that a play button starting to form right here? See the brown around that sun? No, that's. This is starting to change. The doohickey on the end here. Hang on. And look, we're getting the sundog features right here. Push the camera. That one light beam going around. It goes left or right there, no matter if I'm locked on it or not. Yeah, this is interesting. Yeah, they're spraying. And there it is there. And there's a black dot in the center of it right now. And look at here. Look at these reds. This almost looks like those rose petal ones that we were getting about 2 years ago. Come on. Come on. Come on. I'm not playing games with a dog. If he wants to stay out, then stay out. Anyways, some strange sun activity. Heavy today, so watch your skies. I'm trying to see these shapes. That's what I'm trying to catch here. Today. And then look at the colors in here. There's rainbow colors in here. If that's not a hint that there's a chemical spray that is reflecting the sunlight as the sun tries to get through it, This is what they're doing to darken the sun. Real simple. They put a layer of mist that on certain angles you can see the colors in the mist. Just like when there's oil in a parking lot and the water gets on it. I'm watching from above right now. It's actually online doing it live. This is West Chicago. I'm trying to see if that right here is a triangle button that we were seeing on those Alaska cans. Because if it is, that's huge. That means we can start seeing it in normal cameras. Look at this on here on the FAA. They got their drone. Where is the camera? These dogs are driving me nuts today. Where the hell's their cameras at? That's not what I want. Laser eye protection for pilots. Wow. Just looking at their little news blurbs underneath there. Where's my FAA cams? Alright, I gotta let them in. Come on, let's go. Come on, Cody, come. It's enough, come on. Yeah, they still got no cameras here. Nothing. Amazing how they changed in a few weeks that nothing now is going on at these cameras. Or the lasers or plasma went away, but here, still see it. They just don't show you the hours in a row of it. And when you look at that one site that showed it going around the top of the North Pole, when you see the news on it, where is it? Caught again. A purported photograph of an aurora is actually a screenshot from a computer animation. So, somebody was going around saying this was NASA or whoever, NOAA, putting out, or the FAA, a picture from space. You could see the entire North Pole, or South Pole, North Pole maybe. I'm assuming North Pole. And, of course, I don't remember it being all ice anymore. But, anyways, it turns out that's an animation. It's not a picture. Go figure. Go figure. Yeah, go figure. Northern Lights in space, courtesy of NASA. So let's take a look. Oops, you got caught. They even had the street lights behind it and stuff. See that? Turns out they had to say, no, that's not Nassau. Now they're probably going to say somebody tricked them or whatever. I don't even care. Whatever. I want to see the new one. 5 days ago here. That stuff we were catching on camera was these colors at the ground. So I went over this at the time. The Northern Lights are an impressive sight, as they are. But last Friday, the Aurora Borealis got even more colorful thanks to a pair of specially designed rockets. As part of a mission to understand the auroras and the role they play in the energy entering and leaving the Earth, blah, blah, blah. They were saying they shot these up. Now, these smoke rings look like the ones we're seeing in the water. Those little circular. It's from frequency. They have to be hitting this frequency to activate that metal. You see, how did they just lay a chemical and not zap it to activate it? That has to be how it works. Crazy. All right, let me take a break. It's Wag Chicago. That's what's going on right now. And when they keep lying to you, it just makes it harder to just go with them and say, okay, you're not lying this time. Unreal. I'd like to find out if that moon droplet one is real or if that turns out to be fake or not. That definitely looked like it was fake, but alright, nothing to see here. This is Wag Chicago. I'll be back in a little while.